Hello, what's up, Guru Nation? Welcome into a brand new episode of the Live Guru Nation podcast. This one is another Dynasty episode, our last Dynasty episode before we turn the page to redraft, y'all. Redraft is about to get rolling here. Almost July, about halfway through June. So, yeah, redraft season's about to get here, y'all. I know y'all are ready for that, but for those year-long fantasy players like myself, I really enjoy dynasty season because that's where we really get to speculate about future values, who's going to pop off years from now, and it creates for really interesting drafts because in dynasty startups, some people value the future more, others view the current more as far as the guys that have done it year in and year out, whereas others tend to want to speculate years in advance. I try to balance it, have a little bit of both. But anyway, this episode is going to be recapping of Dynasty Startup Draft. We had recapped the first 10 rounds, I believe it was last week. So this week we got through it, all 50 rounds of this thing. It's a 12-team Superflex PPR quarterback premium with individual defensive players, IDPs, as we like to call them. So yeah, this was a very deep degenerate savages kind of league, people that are fantasy hardcore players, play year round. So yeah, I'm really excited to discuss this with y'all and get in our special guest. He's going to be in here soon. Bogard Scott, free of what's soon to be the GWN Generational Wealth Network, more short, better known as the Gen Wealth Net, which is, we call it the Gen Wealth Dynasty. That's going to be what we're talking about tonight. So yeah, strap in, y'all. It's going to be lit. Really excited to get the show on the road. But yeah, today was a pretty interesting day of football news. You know, had some different stuff popping off there. You know, nothing good with my Saints, that's for sure. My Saints have had didn't mean to pull up the board quite yet. We will get to that very soon though. And yeah, we're excited to get into it here. We got everyone up in here. Scott, what up, bro? Lee, shout out to Lee, what up? Derek, salute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Steamboat. Yo, yo, yo. Steamboat Joe the Goo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tino in the building. Oh, yeah. Everyone's ready. Yes, yes, yes. DMR. Yo, what up, DMR? And Emil. Shout out to Emil. Haven't seen Emil in the chat in a while. Good to see you, bro. Thoughts on Godwin in a 12-team super flex? Godwin's a perfect example of where you can get value in these 12-team super flex. Let's just get right into it, y'all. We'll pull up the board right now. And, I mean, shoot, you can already see all the value here. I mean, this thing is crazy. I don't even, yeah, there's Godwin there. Boom, 9.7. I mean, look at Amari Cooper, how late he fell. Now, I remember I almost traded up for Amari Cooper because I wanted him like this. I have Deshaun Watson. I was going to stack him, you know, so I almost traded up, ended up going with my first defensive player and said there, Max Crosby. But man, Amari Cooper is, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but that's the thing, man. I mean, everyone's wanting to get prepared early, you know, early, not late, you know. But yeah, it could definitely change. What I have heard about Godwin, just the early intel, that they're saying Godwin's going to play more slot, which I think is good for his long-term value, honestly. Like, because I think he'll be able to soak up more receptions. So it sounds good, Bogey. We'll have Bogey on in just a few to give his commentary. Yeah, what up, Peacock? Shout out to Miles Peacock. Long time no talk, bro. We'll have to run some podcasts here soon. Get that Gen Wealth Network up off the ground. Hopefully next week we'll get that thing going. Really excited about that. But yeah, we're live and lit here on the Guru Nation, Spencer the Guru channel. Appreciate everyone tuning in. And yeah, as you can see, we just completed this Dynasty startup joint. Man, it is very baked. There's Sir Bakes a lot. What up, Mr. Bakes a lot? What up, bro? Yeah, this is a very baked draft, as you can see here. Very, very much interesting as far as all the scenarios. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a lot of craziness here, and but good crazy. You know, no one was an idiot in this thing. Everyone had their own strategy and did their thing. It's funny here at this group, starting with 3 to 6. Myself, Guccini, shout out to JD from Heart to Start. The fellas and Lee and Derek, the four of us had made no trades. We were the four that just stayed where we were, made no trades. I was definitely flirting with a lot of trades for sure. Derek and I almost completed a couple of trades there, but unfortunately weren't able to come to an agreement. Although I say that, I mean, I'm pretty happy with my team. You know, the only thing, I guess, like, I don't really call it a regret, but I feel like, those receivers, man, some of these receiver values are just so good. I got one of them, I feel like, there with Christian Watson. So, I mean, yeah, Steve was saying boring. I mean, hey, not everyone has to trade. I mean, I for sure wouldn't have given up the 101, but you did get a nice haul there for that. Steamboat had the 101, shook things up right out the gate by trading that away to Kidda. And then, they're both know what they're doing, so it was a pretty balanced deal. We broke down all the trades last week for those that were wondering about all these trades. Y'all can go back and watch last week's episode where we broke down all the trades that went down. Because after that, there weren't as many. There probably were only like 3 or 4 after last week. Because in the later rounds, not many people were trading. It was just kind of, in the later rounds, you know what you want. You kind of fill in needs, etc. So, yeah, that's that. And I always start to lose track when I trade in the startup. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, because that's why I was cautious about it. I didn't want to just throw picks out the window, especially future picks, because I feel like when you do that, I know Bogey, he'll probably refute me on this because he was guilty of it, trading away your future. It's like, man, you can always buy back in the next year. I get it, but then it's like, if you're trading 26s, it's like, I don't know. I tend to be cautious with trading. I've gotten burned before with trades, draft day trades in super flex dynasty drafts because, especially with those QBs, man, it's tempting to want to trade up for a QB. But I mean, look at Fantasy Fornicator there. Shout out to Smoking Jay. Just traded up. He got 2 QBs there. He got Caleb Williams at 8. Then he made the trade with Bogey to get Anthony Richardson. So boom, boom, quarterback. And I mean, Anthony Richardson, 9 in a startup. That's really good value. And I mean, this is quarterback premium, so I can't blame the man for doing it. And I usually like F them picks, but I've been in rookie drafts. So I'm like, well, if I got no, yeah, exactly. I hate that feeling. I always want to get in a little bit on the rookie draft. I at least want like 3 rookie picks. And yeah, sounds good, Derek. We'll still be on, but. Oh, yeah, this was quite the show here. I mean, yeah, the quarterbacks, just flew off early. We recapped the early part last week, so we'll just kind of briefly go through that. Mainly quarterbacks and receivers early. No running backs until the 3rd round, really. CMC went round 2, but then we had a few fly out there. Bijan, Brees, and Gibbs. Almost traded up for Gibbs, but I don't know. That was the thing with Derek. I think Derek, didn't want to come off that pick because he wanted Malik Neighbors, so. That was good hold on his part. I mean, Malik Neighbors, that was a good value there, middle of the 3rd for a potentially elite receiver. And I got Olave at 310. I'm okay with that. Got him, Marvin, Waddle. That's why I kind of waited a little bit on receiver because I feel like I was pretty good with that trio. I feel like it was a pretty nice trio. And so, yeah, we keep going here. Yeah, Drake May, Bo Nix, a lot of rookie QBs going off. J.J. McCarthy. I feel like I got Deshaun Watson at a really good price there at the 6. Was that on a 510? Yeah, 510. I felt like I couldn't wait anymore. Devontae Adams was really tempting. So was Tank Dell, but I already had 3 receivers. I felt like I needed to get that second QB, but then also got Bryce Young. I felt like, well, Watson's not the most secure, so I'm like, might as well get some insurance at the most important position in this format, which is quarterback, since it's QB premium. So quarterback's very scarce. Felt like I needed to get a 3rd one right there because as we saw, 3rd QBs were flying off. I mean, Bogey got Bo Nix, got Purdy, Cousins, and Bo Nix. So knew I needed to get QBs because sure enough, boom, there went Stafford. Then went Baker Mayfield and went Will Levis. I got to shout out JD here. His QB room's really nice. CJ Stroud, Kyler, and Stafford. That's a strong QB room, my bro. And he took Sam Laporta there. I feel like that may have been a little high for Laporta, but it is tight. That's another thing. It's tight end premium, but not super tight end premium because it's I actually mistyped this in the description. It's 2 PPR, not just 1. It's 2 PPR and then 2.5 for tight ends. I was just so in a rush to get the stream put up that I forgot to clarify that. My bad, y'all. Yeah, 2 PPR, 2.5 tight ends. So. Tight ends get a little advantage, but not that much. Dalton Kincaid, I had my eye on him. I'm kind of glad Lee took him, though, because I feel like Watson was a better play for me there. Trey McBride fell really far. I was thinking, like, man, how far is this dude going to fall? Like, if he would have fell to me all the way to the 7-10, I may have done it. But I took Swift instead. I didn't have any running backs. So then Andrews and Kelsey went, and then Zamir White fell back to me. So I felt like I wanted to get 2 what I feel are solid backs at that point. So, and then Cooper Kupp, a veteran. All these veteran receivers fell far. Guys like Cooper Kupp, Debo Samuel. Man, Debo fell so far. And Rashee Rice with the uncertainty with his looming suspension. Scary Terry McLaurin, he fell pretty far. And Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin, Christian Kirk. I'm not gonna lie, if JD hadn't gone Christian Kirk there, I may have taken him, but I was like, bro, I want to get in on this IDP action because I could tell these IDPs are about to start flying off. So I got Max Crosby right there, and then when it came back around, I got Christian Watson, post-hype guy, and then, that was about it as far as the early rounds there. Then we'll tight end position, they had a lot of guys fall. Outside of Laporta and Kincaid, all the tight ends ended up being values. I got Jake Ferguson as my tight end one. That's another thing, though. I think the reason it got disrespected, though, for context, a tight end, you don't have to start a tight end in this league. Tight ends only put in the flex spot. So I think that's why they fell. If we would have had a mandatory tight end spot, I don't think we could have gotten. I know Steamboat got them at really good values there. Andrews and Kelsey back to back, and then Kittle all the way in like around 16. That was pretty wild. But yeah, we'll scroll down a little bit here to. We got through the first 10 rounds. We'll start around 11 here, and Nick Bolton kicks it off, a really strong IDP option there, and then just a lot of picks that make sense there. Filling needs and all that. Just bought Scary Terry. I think that's good. I think him and the kid Jaden Daniels have a good connection, so I like that. I like buying Terry right now. I think his stock is at a point to where you're not going to get it any cheaper. If you're going to buy Terry, I feel like you got to buy it now, because if he starts popping off with Jaden, that price is just going to keep going up. So I'd get it now. You don't want to wait, and then because because I think it'll happen, but if you wait and then it does happen, how people are, then they're going to jack the price up. So, yeah, you can get some of these veterans at a discount right now before the season gets going, and people are like, oh, yeah, that guy actually is good. Damn, I shouldn't have spent 5 of my first 10 picks on rookies, So, yeah. Anyway, I took Marv Jr. early, but outside of him, I kind of held off on the rookies. I don't think I took another rookie until the 18th round, Jermaine Burton, because I just felt like rookies are going too high, and these startups feel like people are a little too high on rookies. But I felt like Marv Jr., where I got him the end of the second in a startup, was just too good to pass. But anyway, Ricky Pearsall went there. That's an interesting pick. Jamison Williams. I kind of like that back-to-back action there, because, I think Jamison, he's due to pop off this year. And then Ricky Pearsall, more of a hold. But not bad. I got Zach Moss. I think Zach Moss could be a value here depending on if he can shoulder most of the load. I think he'll be able to. I'm not too concerned about Chase Brown. I was hoping to maybe get them both, but Chase Brown went there. Shout out to Candlestick. He napped Chase Brown at a pretty good price there. So, I'm just scrolling here to see if I find any. Jordan Brooks, that's a sneaky pick, because Jordan Brooks just a few years ago was like leading the league in tackles. Fred Warner, a lot of these linebackers going off here, and rightfully so, because linebackers are really valuable in this IDP format. And so, I feel like I did well here with Jake Ferguson and Kyle Hamilton. I like both the values I got with them. The Kyle Hamilton, I think, could be the top defensive back. So, DBs aren't like super scarce, but they're kind of scarce as far as finding reliable ones. And I feel like Kyle Hamilton about as reliable as they come, him and Antoine Winfield. So, and then Jake Ferguson, he fell at George Kittle. I actually almost took Kittle right here, but I was like, Ferguson, he's a little younger, more upside, but. And should you sell Kittle? It depends. If you're a team that's if you're looking to get younger, then I'd for sure sell Kittle, because Kittle's value, Kittle's getting an age to where he could fall off at any moment, But if you're a team that's got a lot of vets, that's just you're all in for this season, then I'd just ride it, But I think you could probably get for Kittle like a younger tight end and a future pick. You could probably get trying to think of an example. So maybe Like Eric All for the Bengals. I got him late, rookie. Or Jatavian Sanders from the Panthers. I get a guy like that, like a rookie tight end, or the Giants rookie tight end now that Waller retired. You get a guy like that and like a future third or fourth. I feel like that'd be pretty fair for Kittle if you're looking to, kind of plan ahead. But yeah, if you're a win now team, Kittle's perfect. Didn't Hamilton miss a lot of last year? Kyle Hamilton? I don't think. He may have missed a few games, but I think I'd put him on your draft board, man. If you think he's a little overvalued, I mean, I guess that's fair because, I mean, he is fairly young. So, I mean, there's always a chance he doesn't develop as well as we're thinking. But, I mean, in a dynasty, you kind of have to take a chance and just hope they develop. And, I mean, I think he will. He looks to be the next man up there, the next great Ravens safety. So I definitely wouldn't take him off your draft board. But, I mean, if DB is a position, you can wait. Because, I mean, look at the guys you could get later. I mean, I just felt like at that point, he's a potential DB1. I felt like it was a good price point. But a DMR likes the Ferguson pick. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, Ferguson, man, he's probably going to be the number 2 receiving option this year in Dallas. I mean, maybe Jalen Tolbert breaks through. But, I mean, Brandon Cooks getting up there in age. And did Geno Stone? Oh, yeah, with Geno Stone. Yeah, he's not. That's another thing. Geno Stone, he left this offseason. So that's going to make Hamilton even more of a prominent option, I would think, because Geno Stone is now a Cincinnati Bengal. And as a result, Dax Hill moves to slot corner because Geno Stone is going to be the other starting safety next to, I believe it'll be Jordan Battle. They also brought back Von Bell, so they made a lot of reinforcements to their secondary over in Cincy. But yeah, I think Kyle Hamilton's definitely the best safety option in Baltimore. He's playing that strong safety role. But, there's other good young DBs. Like Brian Branch, an example of one, Jaquan Brisker there at the Bears. And let's welcome in our guest, y'all. Jimmo's up in here. Guru. Appreciate you, Jimmo. Perfect timing that Jimmo got in here because we've got a fellow Batman Sagittarius joining in. Bogard Scott free. What's happening?
Yeah. It's Sagittarius hour, isn't it?
There we go. What's happening?
What's happening? 1 minute time.
Yeah, I was holding off on this beer till you got here, Bogey, because it's always a party when Bogey pulls up. So cheers.
Crack that thing open. Yeah. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. How y'all doing? You know what I mean? We're just I was having a failure to launch for a sec there.
No worries, bro. We've been holding it down.
Yeah.
Chat's bumping, man. We got a lot of homies up in here. Emil's pulled up, Bakes a lot. We got all the homies in here.
Shout out to Bakes. Man, shout out to all the homies. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, we're going to be doing that the race later, right? For the other Dynasty. Yeah.
I figured we'll just do it while we're out, while we're on, you know what I mean? So I let everybody know. Shout out to Jimmo. Shout out to everybody in the Nice Guys Finish Last League, the NFL. And Nice Guys is hyphenated. So Nice Guys Finish Last. It was actually a long time name of one of my home leagues, but I ended up dismantling that league a couple years ago. And
Candlestick in here. What up, bro?
Yep, what up, Candlestick? Oh, yeah, is that DMR? Yeah. What's good with it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, but yeah, man, we got this board here, man. We're just going through it, just talking about players that feel like we're pretty good values here. I see you got, I think we're around where we're leaving around this 15th round or so. Looks like a Kidda, man, Kendre Miller. I'm jealous of that. That was a good value there. And then you got Malachi Corley right there. That could be sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a thing, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's funny because I am the type that buys into certain blurbs, but I pick and choose which ones I buy into. I like the idea of Malachi Corley, and then as of late, like before mandatory camp, Rogers was saying Malachi Corley was my favorite receiver in this draft. And I'm like, first of all, awesome if he wasn't, because that's just what you should say. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, he was definitely just saying that. But I think it goes to show that he plans on making him an important part of their offense. That's what I took from that.
Yeah, me too. And he's definitely a different. The type of receiver he isn't going to take away from a Garrett Wilson. So I like
Facts.
the idea of Malachi, like, you know what I mean? Because there's really no
Yeah.
one else there.
Yeah, I think he'll be like Wilson will play the Devontae Adams role in Malachi because Alan Lazard sucks. He'll play the Alan
Yeah, you
Lazard
can play
role.
the close to the vest is what I call it.
Yeah,
Like the
he'll play
safety
the role
valve.
they signed Lazard to play.
Yeah, and if
Lazard
he could,
sucks. I don't know what happened with
I
him.
mean, he's still going to be out there blocking and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For a guy like Lazard, but like for something like the idea of Malachi Corley is intriguing. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, he'll probably be the slot guy because I think G
Mhm.
Dub and Big Mike Williams will be on the outside.
Yeah, yeah, and then like for someone like a Malachi, like I said, I like the idea of him because, I mean, when you have someone like Aaron Rodgers distributing the ball, like you could depend on efficiency and like but you could also depend on if he doesn't trust the guy early on, it's going to be hard for that guy. You know what I mean? So hopefully he builds a nice trust with Malachi. I kind of don't like it. I mean, shout out to Kitty. He kind of pointed this out that, and I agree with him. I don't like that Rodgers is not there right now. Whatever.
Yeah, what the hell is he doing? It's an
I don't know, man.
event. What kind of event is he at right now? People saying he's at
Ayahuasca.
ayahuasca retreat, or either that, or he's at RFK Jr.'s campaign stuff because he's a big RFK Jr. supporter.
You know what's funny about supporting someone who's clearly not going to win is like it's a waste of your time. You know
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is he doing?
I mean,
like RFK Jr. I mean, not to get political here, but actually, I'm not going to get political here. Next on that, I was going to, but I'm not. We're not going to get political here, but we'll move on. But anyway, yeah, we got let's see. Yeah, a lot of linebackers went in this round B. Freaking over half the round was linebackers. And I think it just goes to show that these savages know that linebackers are valuable in this format. You know, you can't sleep on the IDPs because if you're not going to win the league unless you have a strong group of IDPs.
Mm-hmm. Both sides, there's two sides of the ball. So, you know what I mean? You gotta stay equipped on both sides.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just in this round, you had Christian Harris, Logan Wilson, Devin Lloyd, Frankie Louvu, Dallas Turner, Ivan Pace, and Jack Campbell. That's a lot of linebackers.
This is where I'm mad at myself because always remember to check your cue because when I'm on right there, I snap off Tremaine Edmonds and then immediately go, oh, fuck, Logan Wilson was there. And then Logan Wilson gets sick. I'm like, fuck me.
Yeah, I thought for sure you were gonna go Quincy right there because Quincy Williams went right after Tremaine Edmonds.
Here's the thing: it's like I consciously went Tremaine Edmonds over Quincy, but I would because of age, and like I foolishly thought Quincy would fall back to me, but the Logan Wilson thing, I would have been fine taking Logan Wilson, and then like, cause see, here's the thing: I have a bunch of Quincy. And I always had Quincy because we can get him a little later. Not anymore. You know what I mean? When you finish top 5, that's it. You know what I mean? Now you're on everyone's radar. So, but yeah. I definitely regret not even considering taking Quincy. I regret thinking he would fall back to me on the swing around. You know what I mean? And then the Logan Wilson thing, I was like, fuck, because Logan, even when it comes to the age, he's the same age as a Quincy. You know what I mean? Just a little younger. You know what I mean? Yeah. So either way, ended up ultimately taking the youngest guy who is a stud as well. Just, feels better taking the guy who's already established like that,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, yeah, then it keeps going. Steamboat naps Kittle there in the early 16th. Derwin James. I nabbed Josh Downs right there. I feel like I had to get a slot receiver type guy there. Josh Downs did the trick. Josh Palmer went in this round as well. Devin White, you got Devin White there in the 16th. Not bad. Then Latu, he could be really good, as a DL. With where did he land? Indy, yeah, with Indy, yep. They rushed the passer good. And Jerry Jeudy, his slide finally ended there. And then Mostert, man, shout out to Steamboat for nabbing Ridder Raheem in to start off the 17th round. That is wild.
Yeah, and I think that's the third player that he got at value that really made me upset. Like starting with the Kelsey grab back in like round 8.
Yeah, Kittle. Yeah, he was getting all kind of value.
And he just really shanking us up with value there. I like that. Shout out to Steamboat. The Mostert one take the cake.
Yeah, I think Mostert, as far as running back, that may have been the best. Because I know he's getting up there, but it's like, man, for this year, like
touches a game the first couple games at minimum. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's just like, I was just scared off by him because I feel like he's kind of one of those ticking time bomb kind of guys where you're like, you just feel like at any moment he might fall off.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Steve
and
O's in win now mode, so I can't blame him.
Yeah,
you're in win now mode. That's kind of guys you want to get.
Even when he took Mostert, I was right before he took Mostert right there because he had Dennis's pick right there. I was thinking about, okay, I take Jalen Wright, but I would only want Jalen Wright if I could swing around and take Mostert. I pass on Jalen Wright, then Mostert gets took, and I go, oh no. And like, I don't take Jalen Wright because now I feel like, fuck, I want both of them. I don't want to just have one because, you know, I feel like if I could have both of them, I'll try because I feel like that's the guy that'll step up with no Mostert. You know what I mean? Whether we have to wait a year or, you know, until
I think Jalen Wright's a really good dynasty play. Stevie
awesome.
B, shout out to Stevie B. He always gets Jalen Wright in his startups. He'll go like 10 rounds without taking a running back, and in the 11th, he'll take Jalen Wright.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Wright is
he went here in the 7th. Damn, he went hella late here. Shout out to Derek. He got Jalen Wright at a great price.
In the same round. That Mostert popped off that round and then going from left to right. Or right to left.
Honestly, I took Charbonnet there in the 15th. I felt like Charbonnet was kind of falling, but shit, man, I almost kind of wish I'd have gone Jalen Wright. Man, Jalen Wright, what a value.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of this episode, you know, pointing out these values, and that's definitely one of them.
Yeah, and like there's hi. Okay, look at this. Say dad. So she says daddy, but now she started calling me dad because the older kids call me dad. But she says Dak.
Dak, you're Dak Prescott.
Yeah, so she'll say daddy. I say daddy, daddy, say dad, Dak.
Dak. You're Dak. You're Dak. Yeah, you're a Cowboys fan now.
I love Dak Prescott for fantasy.
Bakes a lot doesn't like Jalen, right? He says Jalen wrong. Don't tell that to Stevie B.
I mean, here's one thing I do like about Jalen Wright is that he fits the criteria of what they want to do over there. They have a fucking track team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, A-Chain, him and A-Chain.
A-Chain and him.
Most are super fast too. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
They're all hella fast. Yeah.
He was the fastest running back, correct, in this class.
Yeah, I think the issue though, it's like, I mean, when you look at the playoffs this year, it's like the Chiefs, you had to go to that cold weather. What good was that track team in the playoffs?
Yeah. I mean, one thing I don't really buy into this as much, but there is certain things that become people's their description. For example, one of Tua's descriptions is he's bad in cold weather. You know, Derek Carr, he's another guy. You get him in cold weather, he's ass. You know what I mean? And I don't really buy into the scheduling as much as I probably should, but week 17 championship week this year, Dolphins going into Cleveland. You know what I mean? I kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gotta
can Tua magically get better? I mean, Tua's from a warm place. He's from Hawaii, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Georgia. Then
Alabama,
he played over Alabama, and then my bad, he played in Alabama.
Miami, he's never had to really deal with the cold, so.
You know. And then remember it was the whole thing. His family refused to play for Detroit or play for they started banging off all the cold weather cities. It was you know what I mean, we're not playing for any of y'all, and then the Dolphins ended up with him. So
the Bengals had the first pick. Well, they were gonna take Joe Burrow.
Yeah, they were gonna take Joe Burrow. Yeah.
And then the other high pick that year was the Chargers, but I think the Dolphins picked before them because Herbert.
Yeah, and they took Tua before
sixth, right? Yeah, the Dolphins took Tua over Herbert. I'm pretty sure. So.
And I mean, for Herbert, he was sitting there with his fingers crossed because he's looking at that little picture that he drew when he was in the 3rd grade or whatever it was.
Yeah. You want to be the Chargers quarterback.
The Chargers.
Yep.
What a dream to have.
Predicted his fate. Yep. That's pretty dope.
For the Chargers.
But the Chargers, though, it's like, damn, why not the 49ers or somebody? Even the Raiders, the freaking Chargers, they're like the shithole of the Cali football.
Yeah, maybe the Patriots or something. Whoever was good when he was a kid. It just happened.
Yeah, the Patriots. Who else was good? The Eagles were good. They didn't win the whole thing. Who was that? The Rams were good back then. Trying to think who. I can't even. My brain is cramped right now. The Steelers and the Ravens were both good. The Colts. Peyton Manning. The Colts were really good. They had some teams.
Yeah, the Saints too. You said
the Packers. Brett Favre.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you hear a kid from Oregon go, I always wanted to be a quarterback, but for the Chargers.
I know. Yeah, he said either 49ers Well, the Rams had moved at that point, but the Raiders were still popping back then. You'd have thought
Yeah.
he'd have, maybe even the Seahawks. Even if he's from Oregon, the Seahawks, that's like the closest team
Yeah,
to him. And the
yeah.
Seahawks were good in back then. They had freaking Matt Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander. The Seahawks were
Yeah, they went to
banging,
the
man.
Super Bowl back then too.
They did. They lost to Pittsburgh. They had a good team. Yeah. They had talent. Yeah, Sean Alexander was a badass, bro. He was on the Madden cover. But yeah, it did him in. Once he made the Madden cover, he was cooked.
Yeah, that's right. He went crazy.
Madden cover ended him. But yeah, before the Madden cover, he was a beast. He was the fantasy king, him and LT, bro.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah, because
I always forget about Sean Alexander when we're going through like, you know, the fantasy greats.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them. Before him, it was Priest Holmes.
Yeah, Priest
like
Holmes,
the early mid 2000s, but then like the later it was Sean Alexander.
Yeah, and then who was the running back after Terrell David? Terrell Davis for Broncos, because there was another guy there. He was a guy too for like 2 years.
Clinton Portis. But he went to the Redskins and then did really good.
Oh,
he was more than just like a breed. He was a really good running back.
He was with the Raiders too at one point, right?
He had a great career. I don't know if he went there, but he definitely was with Washington and Denver. He had a nice career, Clinton Portis. But anyway,
supposedly he used to take a shot at Henny and then hit the field. That was like his thing.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, back in the days when they had Sean Taylor, the fucking the badass safety that died.
Hell yeah, man, rest in peace.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, Sean Taylor. Who was the QB? Oh, Jason Campbell. He was like an okay QB. He was like he was like a very mediocre quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, because we had, I think my Niners had Jason Campbell at one point. Like, I mean, Jason Campbell was also with the Browns at one point. Like,
he was all right, but I think after him it was RG3 and then Corky Kirk.
Yep, yeah, right after that was where they went. Yeah, they drafted both of those guys in that same class, 2012.
Yeah, but Banks is saying fastest running backs are not the biggest, which makes them more injury prone. Yeah, you got a point. I mean, A-Chain, injury prone. Kyron Williams, injury prone. Yeah, you got a point.
I mean, right.
Bobby Humphrey. I'm not sure who that is, but
Bobby Humphrey. Running back? Legendary.
I guess. Oh, yeah, and then Willis McGahee. He had a nice career.
Mm-hmm.
He played for a gang of teams. Peyton Hillis, last running back on the Madden cover. Yeah, running backs are cursed on the Madden cover.
I mean, they have CMC this year.
Oh, CMC. Yeah, that's true. CMC then it's like white running backs then, I guess.
I mean, yeah, the Madden curse is prejudiced. They're like, oh, you know,
Broncos running back. Okay, he must have been the guy after Davis, Bobby Humphrey.
Okay, that's who he's talking about.
Yeah, and then Clinton Portis came after him.
Yeah, they were all a thing because that was the Mike Shanahan era. You know what I mean? Before he went to Chicago, when he was with Denver, it was like man, whoever the Shanahans have at running back, you want them in fantasy. That's just always been the
exactly. Yeah, they had all kind of guys. Yeah, Tatum Bell was one of the guys they had that was good. Yeah, they always had something. I always said about good stuff, Derek. I mean, shoot, Evan Ingram was a value pick. Jalen Wright. Well, actually, the reason we got off on this running back tangent was because of Jalen Wright. So yeah, shout out, Derek's. We've been saying good stuff. We haven't been shitting on you too much. What would be since he's in here? What would be? I mean, I don't know. At this point, it's hard to say really about reaches. I mean, I feel like it's like the way the board went. It's like didn't really have many reaches at this point. Maybe.
I mean, like, okay,
I don't know. I
go with the super reach on Cousins, then I go with the super value on Bijan. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true. That's true. Yeah, early there's reaches for sure.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's kind of hard to say like what's a reach because it's like all the value here is kind of like it's way more subjective at this point.
Yeah. And I think this is what happens when you get a savvy group together. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, look at there was like some people might have knocked the CMC pick, to start off the second round, but then at the same time, there was no running backs took after that to like a whole almost 2 rounds. So you know what I mean? There were certain things like I don't think anyone would say that was a reach on CMC unless you're talking about age. Matter of fact, that day that he drafted him, the very next day they extended CMC. So, and I know a lot of people wire themselves in fantasy on certain in certain ways like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'll take this guy because his job security over this guy who, like, I'm pretty sure people there is some people who'll be like, well, I'm going to let Dak fall because, Dak, we don't know where he's going to be next year. I don't really necessarily think like that. You know what I mean? But I don't fault people for it because when it comes to receivers and stuff like that, I'm kind of usually looking for that guy who's on his contract year. You know what I mean? Like, I'm usually looking for that guy. Running backs even the same. You know what I mean? You get them on a contract year.
Yeah, especially for redraft. But for this is kind of. You gotta go younger. Honestly, my approach was this. It was like, okay, it's like I'm going young. I'm getting a lot of young guys, but I want to get guys that I feel like, I might start off a little rough, but by the second half, these guys will be hitters, really firing off to where then I just sneak into the playoffs and peak at the right time. That was my strategy here. It wasn't necessarily I didn't take all rookies where I'm just like, I'm just punting this season. I'm definitely not punting this season, but I will admit I do have a lot of a young roster, though, so to where I'm not expecting to start off super great. So I'm not going to panic if I'm like 3-4 after 7 weeks. I'm not going to panic. If I'm like 2-5, if any like 1-6 at that point, I'm like, all right, it's time to just sell off any veterans I have. But as long as I start off like 3-4, 4-3, I'm trying to just get in the playoffs. And then at that point, since I've got a fairly young roster, hopefully these guys will stay healthy and be able to push me to the chipper. That's what we try to do.
Big chipper.
Yeah, get away. Exactly. I like that. That's why I feel like I was liking a lot of Derek's picks. I feel like we're on the same wave. Just get a good, well-rounded team. I feel like that's the key. I feel like if you do the win now heavy team, you'll probably start off really good, but once guys get older, they're more injury prone. So it's like, you might start off 5-0, but you probably end up and you might get a bye week, but in the semis come and all your guys are hurt, you'll be a one and done, and then you'll probably not have many picks in the in the rookie draft because you've been trying to win now and all that. That's just my take. I mean, I get I get it. I mean, I did it before and it worked for me that year in one of the 16 dynasty. I just was all about winning now, and then it worked. I happened to win. But the funny thing with that was my team wasn't nearly as egregious as the guy I played in the chip in that league. That was that idiot, Texican. That guy literally sold his entire future and then quit immediately after.
I told him too. I said, man, you ain't finna be here next year.
Exactly. Yeah, he fucking quit.
Man, he left for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm glad I've encountered managers like that in Dynasty, because then it also reminds me like, I don't like joining dynasties where I don't know everybody like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone here is a homie. So shout out to everyone in this joint.
These last couple of joints I done filled up it's genuinely all the homies. So you know what I mean? And like, it's not just having the homies, it's also that my homies just happen to be some of the sharpest that I've ever encountered, because I do love competitive leagues versus like, there is some dynasties that I'm a part of where like you look at the landscape and half the league is in shambles, and I do like that as well, but just it's no real I don't like that.
I don't like that when it's all in shambles, because it's like, it's not if it was like for like some like huge amount of money, I'd feel different, but if it's just like $50, I'm like, that ain't enough money to, like, is it applesauce to a boss, that ain't enough to like trip over. So I just assume it'd be competitive, like.
And then a lot of times too, like, it's got to be like in a substantial amount of money to begin with, because then that usually should draw a serious manager.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I feel like if someone's playing a $500 dynasty, they're not going to let their team turn to shambles. They're not going to make dumbass trades, So, yeah, facts. But anyway, moving on here. Let's see. I got Nakobe Dean there in the 17th, and a bunch of quarterbacks on there. Then the Ginsu, Jordan Travis, Tino had Aaron Rodgers. He pulled Aaron Rodgers up pretty early there. So I think that the insurance policy.
Kind of justified his pick there, in my opinion, because Jordan Travis probably would have been in the conversation with these other QBs this year in this class, but he was coming off that injury. So, you know what I mean? Because Jordan Travis was good, man. You know what I mean? At least what I've seen. I mean, who do I know? But,
the thing with Jordan Travis is like, he's coming off an injury. This is clearly a taxi squad kind of play. Yeah. But it's one of those things, like, even like Tino is very much a win now team, kind of like Steamboat. But the thing with that, it's like, you still you want to cover your ass, and I feel like this Jordan Travis pick was this was smart because you don't want to just completely sell out. You want to still have insurance policies. So shout out to Tino for getting this done.
And shout out to Steamboat because he definitely triggered everyone's not everyone, but a lot of people he triggered a lot of people's thought process. Oh shit, I need a QB. Because even Tina, I go, Jordan Travis, he goes, I panicked. He's like, I saw Steamboat taking 3rd and 4th QBs. I was like, fuck, I gotta get my backup. And then, then shortly after Sam Howell goes, which was a great pick to me because, and then shout out to Kidda, his logic was, once he saw, a guy like Jordan, this is exactly what he said. When he saw Penix go and then a guy like Jordan Travis go, he said the next high upside available QB in his mind was Sam Howell. Because for what it's worth, people, whether you feel a certain way about Sam Howell or not, like they're probably going to take a look at him if Geno doesn't wow them early on. You know what I mean? And because we got a whole entire new regime there and they traded for Sam Howell and just to kick the tires on him. And they're only contractually obligated to Geno for this one more year. You know what I mean? So I thought that
Sam the Wolf Howell. Yeah, that was smart. That was smart. Just smooth. Yeah. Smart. What are
smart
words?
And smooth?
What are words? Anyway, yeah, let me speaking of that, you want to hold it down for a sec, Bogey? I'm gonna go grab something.
Yeah, do your thing.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, and we're gearing up to do this next draft. There's next the draft order race. So shout out to all the nice guys finished last league mates out there. We got a couple that are in this league as well from the Gen Wealth joint. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Candlestick, Dennis, and who else? The kid is in there too. So we got 4 people. 4 out of the 12 and this new one are also in this league. So you know what I mean? And when I look at this draft board right here, it's kind of funny because man, like, you never know what's going to happen. You have an idea of what's going to happen, but part of the fun to me is speculating everyone's pick. You know what I mean? Watching the teams formulate, and then you kind of see, and that's why I don't think there's too many reaches more than there is like players that were drafted out of value. And if you want to talk about reaches, I think I had a lot more of the reaches because like there are certain things I wanted.
Yeah, trading your whole future for DK Metcalf.
It wasn't the whole future.
A good portion of it is like
1 and a 2 and a 3.
That's a lot, bro.
Hey, shit, man. You know how I am. Mix. I don't operate. I operate pretty smooth. I just won League 14 last year. I don't think in the whole existence of that league, I haven't had it 1st through like 4th. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it can work. It can work. I'm not hating. I'm just saying that was a big haul. You know? Look, for DK, I was like, damn.
What's funny about that is like I could have had DK. I took Bo Nix and Pacheco, and I remember I'm sitting there. I'm like, boom, okay, I take Bo Nix, and I'm like, all right, take DK here, and I'd start wrapping my head around like just all the value I thought that was there at receiver. Because it is there, but in that moment, I didn't realize I didn't like a lot of people after DK went. Because, like, look at it. So I draft Pacheco because I'm like, well, it's a big drop off at running back, which was true. But I didn't realize, in my personal opinion, there was a drop off after DK. So right when DK got drafted and I started looking at what's going on, I'm like, fuck that. I'm trading for DK. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this is a perfect example of how you can try to balance it out because Steamboat has a lot of veterans, but he brings up the point area that trade with Kidda and a few other trades. 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Well, that just goes to show he's trying to do the old cliche, have your cake and eat it too. And I mean, hey, I don't blame him. I am too, bro.
For the future,
I am too. I mean, that's kind of how I built this team. I got a lot of guys that haven't quite hit their peak yet, but I feel like, they're young, and once they do hit their stride, I'll have a good-ass team. Like
when I look at my team, I swear to God, especially for those that know me, they'll look at my team and be like, that's a Bogard team.
Yeah. Black Lee says Bogey likes to take gambles and risk. Yep, and no risk it, no biscuit. Facts.
The perfect bogey team, because the perfect bogey team to me is right after the draft. I'm already upset with my team and I'm trying to make moves. You know what I mean? And I feel that way about this team, so I feel like I'm on the right track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we need our first post-draft trade. We'll have to probably do another episode.
We'll get the flipping and dipping eventually.
All the flipping.
I'm waiting for that training camp to come around. That training camp come around.
Yeah. Let's wait till the training camp because all this mini camp bullshit.
The Keon Coleman's over the world going crazy, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where the stock market starts popping because then you'll be able to start buying and selling. But let's move on now to the real nitty gritty here. Let's get to the fucking let's jump to round 25. Fuck it. And look at this. I mean, look at all these names. I mean, this is the halfway point of draft. Pat Fryermuth. I literally got Pat Fryermuth like at the halfway point of draft. I mean, this thing
Jalen
is
Pitre
going.
at round 26.
Yeah,
Right there,
Jalen
top
Pitre.
round 26.
Yep, what a value. Yeah, Hufanga, Buda Baker. I mean, all
Yeah.
these DBs going at insane
Yeah, hitters,
values. Yeah, I mean, Buda Baker's like, I couldn't believe I got Buda Baker there. I mean, shit, if Kyle Hamilton doesn't pan out like Bakes-a-Lot was saying, hey, I still got Buda Baker. It's like,
Yeah, and Buda. But here's the thing with Buda too is like, I mean, it definitely was injuries, and then him trying to like get a bag, rework his existing bag. And that's the thing is like when you're dealing with a new the regime that gave him a bag was 2 regimes ago. You know what I mean? And I am excited for his outlook because he did kind of put that give me more money thing aside, and you didn't hear I heard a peep from him. He's just going straight to work. So I actually like the outlook for him this year, especially that he's with Jonathan Gannon. And Jonathan Gannon, his coaching history isn't that vast, but like his time with the Eagles, all the DBs went crazy. You know what I mean? He's a former DB's coach before he was a DC. So like, you know what I mean? I have Jalen Thompson and Buda Baker. These guys are super value because they could actually be hella viable, like because they're going to be emphasized on that defense.
Yeah, and this is one Bogey might know is Hufanga going to be ready by week 1.
Man, he tore his shit, week 10, 11?
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, no, I think he tore it before then. When did he do it?
Maybe check that out for me.
Yeah, I'm about to check it. You're right. Yeah, 10, week 11, I guess. Week 10, something like that. Yeah, you're right.
And so, you know what I mean? That you just put it on the timeline because I don't think he got the surgery until like December.
What did he tear? ACL or Achilles? Oh, ACL. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So
he's fairly young though. I would think he'd be back, but I mean, it's not a guarantee.
His draft capital wasn't super high, so like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they took that Jair Brown dude pretty high.
Yeah, he was ready for a bag. Like if Hufanga didn't get hurt last year, he's talking about trying to get a bag this offseason. You know what I mean?
He's gonna have to shake back big if he wants that bag. Because if he doesn't, then they're just gonna replace him with Jair Brown.
Yeah, and then we even got this other guy, Malik Mustafa.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't really want Hufanga. That's why I think he went before Buda Baker, but no, wait.
Still great value.
I did take Buda Baker over him. That was the reason, honestly. If it wasn't for that, I'd have for sure taken Hufanga, but I feel like Buda Baker was a little more proven. So I was like, and I already had Kyle Hamilton, who's young. I was like, I'm going to take Buda Baker. He's a more proven guy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
For what it's worth, still young. Buda Baker. I mean, he's like, this is like prime age, right? What is he, 30?
Yeah, exactly. 28.
28. Oh, even younger. See,
he's old for my team. No, I mean, my team's pretty young. I'm not gonna lie. I got a pretty young squad. So that's what I'm saying. Like my squad, I'm not expecting it to start off well. I just want to sneak into the playoffs.
If my squad,
I got a young squad.
I got a squad. My squad's like a field trip. And like Kirk Cousins is like the guy who's like, everyone get in line.
Yeah, he's the camp counselor, bro.
Yeah,
he's a fucking camp counselor.
For real, all things considered.
Yeah, he's getting all the he's got his he's like, all right, guys, if everyone does well, we're gonna have the party. We're gonna rock the chains. We're gonna rock the chains and eat ice cream.
For real, right?
That'd be funny, bro. But anyway, we keep the Corky Kirk, man. Gotta love him. Yeah, that was cool, like seeing his human side on that Netflix thing.
The quarterback show.
Yeah, it was so funny. The thing that tripped me out, man. He like they were joking about him being like the Coles quarterback. He gets all his fits from Coles. Yeah, and he was like, yeah, well, my wife dresses me. You know?
like that was gonna fucking solve anything.
And she dresses like hella square too. So exactly, yeah, they dress like hella square. You know, like the stereotypical like square white people fits.
My girl doesn't quote unquote dress me, but like when my girl's been, I've been with my girl for 21 years, and shopping was like our thing when we were young. And so like she knows my taste. So a lot of times she'd be like, ooh, look at that. That's hella you. And I'd be like, yeah, that is me. You know, Ace Ventura shirt. You know what I mean? Like, certain she knows like you know what I mean? Like how
for sure.
I probably dressed bad, honestly, as an adult. You know what I mean? I dressed way dapper when I was younger because I was out there on the hunt. You know what I mean? It's part of the, you know what I mean? You gotta have the proper bait when you're out there hunting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, part of how you dress was, was part of it. You know what I mean?
No, it definitely is. I've had to learn that, like looking back on it, if I had dressed better, I'd have. But next on that, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But
Yeah, bro, like, I'm telling you, bro, like.
But no, I get it. No,
The
it's a key,
There was the day I popped out, just out of nowhere. Just one day I pop out, I'm wearing skinny ass jeans. They're like, "Oh, you wearing girls' jeans, bro?" And I'm like, "Trust me, bro," because you know what I'm saying. At that moment in time, hoes weren't looking at you wearing them baggy ass pants. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like, I think you just gotta have I just gotta play it now. I just play it smoother. I used to dress hella baggy, always having gym shorts on and shit. Now it's like, around the house, it's like, hell yeah, I'm rocking gym shorts, comfortable as fuck. But I'm out,
I'm basically naked. I'm just in drawers all day.
Yeah.
Maybe sunglasses too. You know?
Like when I'll do it like this. I'll have like a button-up shirt, but it's like a chill thing. It's like a Hawaiian shirt kind of vibe, where it's like it's a button-up, but
are we buttoning it down with the wife beater underneath type of shit?
Shit, I usually just I usually don't even mess with an undershirt because it's so damn hot. Damn hot here. I just let the chest hair hang out. Fuck it, bro. I like, yeah,
like
bro.
a real, get real Guido like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like I'm like, yeah, like I'm just like, yeah, I'm here, bro. Like I'm just, I'm me, bro. Like we just vibing, bro. Like,
come on, man, baby.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just a man, bro. Like, let's go. Yeah, if Derek saying bogey and candlestick sniped me like 16 times, no cap, same round I was eyes on. Yeah, it'd be like that, bro.
A lot of times
it'd be like that
on someone, and Derek would take him. I'd be like, I'm a
Derek sniped me a few times. Derek, like EJ Speed, bro. I had EJ Speed on my shit on my queue for the longest, and I was like, excuse me, I was like, man, I gotta take him. But then I thought, hey, I got you with the boy Mafe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that same round, the boy Mafe. Well, I needed a second DL, so I was like, fuck it, give me boy Mafe, bro.
When Mad Buki went, I was like, I can just depend on Mafe. You know what I mean? Because like, I'd still want a youngish hitter who seems to be on the incline.
That's my team identity. Youngish hitters that are on the exactly. That's my team identity. That's the kind of guy that Damone Clark, another one like that.
I'll take Chris Jones,
Kobe Turner,
Jeffrey Simpson, or Simmons. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, he definitely got me with the Isaiah Simmons or the Trent Simpson. I mean. He got me Ken Simpson bad.
Wait, who got him? Oh, Derek.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek. Yeah.
I was literally gonna take him right in early because we're going right to left on that one, and I'm like, no one knows about him. He'll come back to me because I'm ready to snap him off, and I feel like it's a bogey reach. So I'm like, I'll wait one more.
No,
round.
I mean he's filling in the Patrick Queen role. So
I
mean, he should be a hitter like right from jump.
Yeah, I'm foolish to think that I should just reach on him. And a lot of my teams where I had Patrick Queen, like in other dynasties, I have Trenton Simpson because I was like, okay, once they drafted him, it showed us that, oh, you're not gonna pay Quinn or a Queen. You know what I mean? So. And now in those leagues, I have, potential hitters on two different teams. You know what I mean? Because that's another thing in dynasties. If you could secure the next guy up, especially a guy like who might be on the way out contractually, you know what I mean? You just already have this next guy up, and then that guy goes elsewhere, and now you got multiple pieces to use. You know what I mean? Like who's a good example? Here's a bad example. Like I have a lot of Anzalone, aka the anal zone.
Get in the zone.
Yeah, get in the anal zone, right? And I have a bunch of fucking
Campbell.
Yeah, but then I have a bunch of Campbell, and then they all of a sudden they extend Anzalone, but at least they're good enough that I can start both those guys. You know what I mean? Like in places I have them. You know what I mean? Because that's what's awesome about IDPs in general. Like I'm never scared to start two hitters on. Like I'll have a black Josh Allen and Devin Lloyd. You know what I mean? I'll have a fucking
that's fair. That's fair.
Edwards and a Tremaine.
Yeah.
Over the years I had a Bobby Wagner and a Jordan Brooks on the same squad, or Bobby Wagner and a Jordan Brooks and a Cody Barton. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's with the Ken Murray, Jack Gibbons.
Exactly. Like I might be able to use both those guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
And you know what's crazy is like in reality, I'll take Gibbons over Murray, but like Murray's he's not younger, but he's the guy that they brought in to pay, like he's replacing Aziz. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should get him first.
Yeah, bro. I mean, speaking of that,
I got annoyed and I was like, I gotta get Gibbons now too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And then speaking of these rookie receivers, man, Ryan Flournoy, a rookie receiver for the Cowboys, bro, went there in the 32nd round. He was on my queue. You know, I took fucking Malik Washington because I had Waddle. So I was like, I like Malik Washington. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, I like Malik Washington. He might beat out Odell Beckham to be there 3.
I mean, Odell Beckham could be like a special, like a third down package type of red zone package guy. Like,
yeah, exactly. So I like Malik Washington.
Like, I actually not even probably like I don't think he's a full snap guy at all. He's probably
right. Yeah, him and Malik Washington, and also got with my very last pick. You know, let's just keep scrolling here to get through this before we get to that race.
The other Washington brother,
Taj Washington. Yeah, exactly. At the very last. Very last pick there, Taj Washington. Yeah, let's just get to the later rounds here because it's getting kind of late. I know for everyone that's in that other league, I know y'all want to see y'all's draft order, Reese. So yeah, let's recap here the nitty gritty, the late rounds, the very end of this joint, which, man, they had Casey Washington. That was another one. I have all the Washington.
Oh, that one made me mad because I don't believe in a Darnell Mooney. And honestly, like even after this year, like just I'm always going to pay attention to regimes when they hit pay dirt on late guys. Like, for example, they have one of the coaches that was there that hit on Puka. You know what I mean? So like, and he's kind of like the build, like Puka, the 6'2", 180-ish or 85-ish pound guy, you know, legit route runner.
Yeah.
But, you know, no one really knows about this kid, but I feel like he could actually challenge a Darnell Mooney.
Oh, Derek's saying the Cousins wanted Mooney there. He took Mooney late. But I think this Casey Washington kid could challenge him for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even if it's not immediately, still though,
it's Dynasty. I'll just put him on the taxi. Exactly. You know? Yeah. Mooney's sneaky. Honestly, Mooney for redraft is a sneaky, like, last round of a redraft. Fuck it. Everyone's jerking off Drake London, but it's like, I don't know. I mean, Drake London, he should do well, but so far he's been an underwhelming player in his career. So yeah, I don't know if Drake London. I can tell you all this: Drake London is sure as hell not going to be Justin Jefferson. I think a lot of people are like, oh, Kirk Cousins is going there. Drake London's going to be Justin Jefferson. That's horse shit. There's no way he's going to be Justin Jefferson.
When you're going from a team like, when you're going from a guy like Arthur Smith, who's like going to slow the game down, be more methodical with the run game, like now they're going to the Rams style offense where they're going to run a shitload of more plays. That alone will help everyone because
London, he could easily be a WR1. I'm not saying but I don't see him being some like elite WR1. I feel like, you know what he is? He's like this year's Calvin Ridley, bro. He's like the guy that everyone's like jerking off in redraft, thinking that he's gonna be like their savior. But it's like, bro, like Drake London, like I don't know.
Too, is like I can make a case for Drake London, but I don't like how he's going high. Like he's already.
Yeah, well, Derek got him at a good value. Fourth pick, took him after Neighbors. Yeah, that's fair. What Derek got him was fine. But I'm just saying, in these redraft joints, I mean, like the one I did on Monday, he's going in the second round. That's fucked up.
You're drafting him at a projected ceiling now.
That's stupid. What I was like last year with Calvin Ridley. That's what happened with Calvin Ridley last year. I'm not going to lie. I was guilty of it in one of my redraft leagues. And I was like, oh, man, would Trevor throw it to him? Ridley's going to pop off. But looking back on it, I was like, took the bait. I shouldn't have done that.
That's one thing.
Exactly. Like, we live and learn. That's why I'm not fucking with Drake London, bro. In redraft, y'all can have Drake London in the second round. If he would fall to like the late third, early fourth, I'm all about it. But the second, third, y'all can have that.
I'm still a little more on the other side of it because I do like that he has Cousins. He had Taylor Heineke. He had fucking
his quarterback for
Ritter,
Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mary fucking Oda. Bro.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. And then worse, Arthur Smith. Ugh.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And it's not to say that Arthur Smith's bad. It's just that you need to depend on efficiency now because the pass volume isn't going to be there like you want it to be. That's why I say with this offense, they're going to be a lot more pass happier. So they're going to run a shitload of more plays because they're going to be way more up tempo. So I do like that, because when you look at look at the Seahawks last year, they were at the bottom of the league in total plays ran. We saw it affect everyone in fantasy. DK, like, now they had to be efficient with this low volume they were getting versus okay, we could, like anyone.
Yeah, DK was still good. It really killed Lockett.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
JSN wasn't really a thing.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of cannibalized each other, and then they were. And what sucks too is they didn't run a bunch of plays, because they were barely, they couldn't sustain drives. Everything that you could imagine happened. That's why they finally got rid of Pete Carroll in that aspect, right? Like, all right,
right, yeah, they were a disaster. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And this is I thought it would have took a lot more to get rid of old Pete. Old crazy Pete.
Because I say it was a disaster. I mean, it really wasn't like that bad, but I think they saw the handwriting on the wall. It wasn't going in the right direction, so they, they got out of it. Which is like the Saints. I wish the Saints would be more proactive with shit like that. But
I mean, who was more proactive when he was on the Saints with Sean Payton? He got ahead of it. He's like, all right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, he could see it, bro. No, he was. I don't want to make this let's shit on the Saints episode, but believe me, I've got a lot of things to say about the Saints. Let's just say I am a pretty pissed off Saints fan, because boy, I'm not liking the direction.
You gonna bust the bag out? you bust the bag out over your head?
No, it's not that bad yet. It's not that bad. I tell you what, though. Derek Carr, bro, they're gonna be breaking out the bags if his bitch ass don't get better this year. I can tell you all that, because Clint Kubiak, he's gonna set him up for success. But the problem is with Derek Carr, it's like, I mean, I don't know. He might not got it. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have it as a runner. If he don't have it as a passer, bro, Clint Kubiak can't go out there and run the plays.
We're gonna see a lot of yak action going, and to be honest, the short passing game was and is one of the stronger points of Derek Carr's game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't want to bury the man just yet. I'm trying to be patient with it, because with Clint Kubiak's the guy that could resurrect his bitch ass, because
Kubiak was the QB coach / OC assistant a couple years ago in Minnesota. Made a career year out of Cousins.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Clint Kubiak, he was the QB coach for the last 2 years for old Brock.
Oh, exactly. I'll leave it at this.
This is really good for a Derek Carr, and this is even
it is.
Hates a Derek Carr.
I'll tell you this. This is it for Derek Carr. If Derek Carr doesn't show up this season, he's out of there, bro. He's gone. That's facts. They'll go with Spencer Rattler, Jay Gaynor, Derek Carr. This is make or break. So if he responds to it and does well, then he'll be around another couple of years. But
we have our special.
If he don't, he's out of there.
For you, he's waiting backstage. Patch him in. We have Derek Carr, ladies and gentlemen. He's not back there.
I braced myself in case he was, because boy, I bet he'd have ripped my ass. Boy, I just fucking ripped him. I wouldn't even have blamed him, bro. I'd just been like, that's fair. Cause boy, did I rip him, you asshole. I was a dick to him just now. But I think the thing is, I'm a passionate Saints fan, man. So, and I have a high standard. I mean, fuck, I got spoiled. Drew Brees is my quarterback for 15 years. It's like, I expect greatness, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, shit. And it is kind of crazy. When you look at the regime that's in place right now too for the Saints, it's like, okay, if I'm a Saints fan, I'm probably just as much looking forward to them, crashing than they're getting the success. Because if they crash, this is probably it for this regime. You know what I mean?
Well, I'll be so glad when Dennis Allen and Mickey Loomis are out of there. Oh my god,
when
I can't stand them motherfuckers. Fuck,
Loomis, he's been around for way too long. He's one of them dinosaurs. You know what I mean? He's been around for a long time, trying to fucking reinvigorate the fucking good old days.
Yeah. Anyway, let's any values you see here. I don't want to turn this into a whole venting about the Saints thing. They had some values here though. I mean, shoot, freaking they took my boy there, the Colts linebacker. Alubo.
Amani Hooker. Amani Hooker there was awesome value, because that guy's mad usable. That was a motherfucker. I was mad when he got drafted. I was like, you know what I mean? Who else was a good value that was super late?
Yeah, I got a bunch of Jair Brown, bro. I mean, I got to say
Jair Brown,
Jordan Howden for my Saints. Jordan Howden,
Yep, that was
Marcus
awesome.
May's out of there, so Jordan Howden's
Yep.
gonna be a hitter.
Man, that's right. Marcus May's gone.
He actually just signed with the Dolphins.
Oh, that's a great spot for him.
Yeah, because he could. Yeah, he might be able to start next to Javon Holland.
Yeah, because they got rid of Elliott, whatever his name was.
Deshaun Elliott. Yeah, he went to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
He went to the Steelers.
Yep. And then
he was good too.
Oh yeah. I got your boy Kendall Milton with the Eagles, the UDFA running back.
I mean,
Figured I'd throw him in the taxi.
To me, that's new Kenneth Gainwell. Like Kenneth Gainwell's probably out of here.
Yeah, he might be. And you got Jace McClellan, the Falcons rookie. And
I figured I'd get them all.
New regime. Al Boo Boo. He was an Arthur Smith guy. If Al Boo Boo doesn't fit in well with this new regime, they might go with Jace McClellan.
Yeah, he's built like a Bijan. I don't his skill set's nowhere near, but it's definitely interesting when it's the new regime's guy, and I want to lock down that situation as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bakes had brought up Geno Stone earlier. He went there in the 48th round.
Yeah, and then that was kind of me making up for the fact that I missed out on Jordan Battle. Because the moment I drafted Dax Hill, Steamboat texted me. He goes, they're talking about moving him to corner. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I felt like it was a total
corner. Yeah,
and I remember I was talking to you about it. I was like, well, maybe they moved him to nickel, but then they're like, no, he's an outside corner. I'm like, which is still awesome because he's gonna be, he's still gonna get heavily targeted because he's gonna be opposite of their shutdown corner. Cam, what was his name? He has a hyphenated last name. I always forget this guy's fucking name, man. Anyways, I digress. Yeah, and then so I figured I'll take Geno Stone because that's the other guy. I mean, even though he's a free safety, at least that guy, he's put great film out there. You know what I mean? Like
facts.
He's a ball hawk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all. Well, I think that's gonna put a bow on this recap. If you have any other thoughts, drop them in the chat. Appreciate everyone that's been watching, but we got to do this race, y'all. So strap in. We gotta have a draft order race for the Gen. What is it? Gen Wealth. Oh, NFL. Nice guys finished last.
Nice guys finished last.
Hell yeah. No. Yeah. I'm too nice for that league because I wanted to do it for show. I really wanted to do it, but I'm in too many leagues, so unfortunately I couldn't.
It's part of who you are. When you make a statement like, I'm going to cut down, you know what I mean?
I gotta stick to that.
That's a good quality to have because you literally just told me this, and a couple hours later I call you like, hey, I got this league you want in there.
I know you almost got me because all the homies in there. It was a stacked lineup. Which actually, I'm missing 4 names, but so far I've got typed in. I got you bogeyed in Peacock, BWB, Gemmo, Clock, Finn, Kidda, Dennis, and they had 4 more. Lee's in this one. Okay.
Yeah, Silky Johnson.
Shout out to Silky Johnson, man.
Silky in Chicago stand-up.
Man. I want it.
Sven.
How's Sven spell his shit?
SVEN.
SVEN.
Shout out to Sven.
Ja. Sven.
Ja.
Jaw? Wait, who's Jaw?
No, just because that's my weak attempt to do a Swedish accent.
Oh, okay. Like, wait, who's this? Oh, Candlesticks in this, right?
It's in there. So how many is that? Is that 10?
That's 11. We got 11. We got you, Peacock, VW, Gemmo, Clock, Finn, Kidda, Dennis, Lee, Silky, Candle. I need one more.
Who am I missing? Do we have Bakes in there?
Oh, Bakes. Yeah, shout out to Bakes.
I almost forgot him again.
Shout out to Bakes. Shout out to
Bakes. He's actually the inception of this league because he was one of the ones that he actually joined the Gen Wealth early before it was official, right? He was one of the names, and then when I was knocking the names out, like sending the invite, I totally whiffed on Bakes, and then he hit me when he saw, and he's like, and I'm like, you know what? We're starting another one. He's like, I'm like, cool, because I wanted to start another one, but I was like, I felt so bad because man, Bakes is the hitter. I like being in leagues with hitters. You know what I mean? Same thing like when I reached out to Silky. Silky was like, yeah, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Because Silky, he always joins in all the extra curricular activities that your old pal Bogey, whether it's the playoff leagues or the fucking, you know what I mean? The off-brand joints that I like to do. You know what I mean?
Right. Hell yeah. So they did the shuffle button. How y'all want to do this? I got all the names in there.
Yeah,
So
hit
shout
the
out to
shuffle. Hit
how
the
many
shuffle
times?
and go ahead and hit it. Go ahead and hit that bitch 3 times.
3 times. All right, that's
Yeah.
done. Well, yeah, we ain't doing that. Fuck that. I mean, everyone's equal, man. Why should we give someone else more luck? That's lame.
And then
All right, yards traveled.
put it in the
Minimum
chat,
max.
y'all. What y'all want
Max
to do?
everything? Or y'all just want to max everything? That's what we did for the other one. We just maxed it all.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, let us know what y'all want to do. Anyone that's in this NFL, let us know what y'all want to do. The last for the Gen Wealth, we just maxed it, and that thing was over in like 5 seconds. I was lucky I got the 3rd pick because, that shit was crazy. But, however y'all want to do it. I mean, I'm not even in the league. I'm just the mediator here. So I'm just, I have no bias, no dog in the fight here. So this is completely up to you guys who are in this joint. So Jimbo saying do the slowest. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it was done fast as hell, Derek. That was crazy. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, do the slowest. Yeah, I'm waiting for Bogey to come back. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I mean, even the slowest when it's not like it's gonna take all night, so that'd be kind of dope. I'm gonna do that and see what Bogey says. They don't have a slow speed. The slowest is normal, so. But yeah, ours we just maxed everything. I was like, max it, and that thing was pretty wild how fast that thing was done. It was done in literally I think it was like 10 seconds. I was like, it was like a fucking horse race, bro. Like those horse races, they hype them like the Kentucky Derby. So much hype, so much anticipation. All the women dressed up so fancy for this event that ends in like fucking less than a minute or whatever. It's like, oh my god. But yes, I mean, however y'all want to do it, man. I'm down. So, but yeah, Gen Wealth Dynasty, that was super lit. We might do grades later, but honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna. I mean, everyone had a good team. It's like I have to. Well, actually, we didn't really review. I mean, we just kind of briefly went over everything. We didn't really we didn't assign grades, Derek. But yeah, feel free to watch it though. I mean, we definitely broke
I'll
it
give
down
everyone
like
Fs.
the early part. But yeah, there we go. Everyone gets an F. That'll make everyone feel a lot better. Yeah, everyone gets an F. So Jimmo and some guys in the chat were saying do the slowest for the draft order.
Down, yeah.
We're gonna slow everything down. You're good with
Put
that?
everything to the lowest. Yes, let's do it.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, everything's the slowest. So 3, 2, 1. No, actually,
they're off.
Now they're off. Yeah, I always fuck that up. All right, here we go to slowest. Let's see it. God damn, they're slow. Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
Oh my
burst of speed.
Bogies, your guy's doing pretty well, it looks like. Oh, Dennis's guy's doing well. All right, Dennis doing pretty good in bogey. God damn, what are y'all doing? Pick up the fucking pace. What is this? A slow race? God damn it, man. What are y'all doing? Fucking okay, what are they doing, bro? Y'all keep looking at it.
Actually, this is all going according to plan. I want to get it last.
I was like, what, a bunch of chicks showing titties or something? Like, why are these guys not going? Like, go, bro, shit.
My guy's clearly showing his age.
Yeah, but they must be, if they were showing titties in the end zone, then they'd be running. But oh, clock, look at clock.
Burst of speed.
Look at clock. Clock is setting the pace. I don't know if anyone can catch clock. Clock is fucking winning easily. Clock.
And he's gone.
Clock got it, bro. Clock got it. Shout out to Clock. First place.
Nice.
Easy win for Clock. Damn, bro. Someone must have put ants in his pants or something, bro. Fuck, bro. Everyone else too distracted, bro. Everyone else, I guess the Clock made a deal with the hoes, and all the other hoes are distracted. Oh, Bogey got second. Yes! Bogey got second.
It's funny because I was trying to remember which one was me. I was like, I don't remember.
Candlestick third. Now they're all crossing the line. Oh, here we go for the end. Who's gonna get last?
Photo finish.
Spin, Peacock, and Bakes. Finn or Bakes? Bakes got last.
Thanks a lot.
All right, here's the order, y'all. NFL draft. Clock, Bogey, Candlestick, Jimmo, Silky, Lee, BW, Dennis, Kidda, Peacock, Finn, and Bakes. Well, actually, y'all doing it like we did, right? Where they picked
Yeah,
this. Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll go back and screenshot this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'll get in our chat, and I'll let everybody pick accordingly.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll leave it up for we'll screenshot it. But yeah, that's the order, y'all.
Yep. Good deal. In the words of Guru.
Yep. Good deal, man. Yeah, that was wild because the other one was the opposite. This one, they were
everyone was we maxed it all out, right?
Stuck in the ours was like, oh no! I was like fucking I was like quite a rush for this one. Was
I'm gonna miss it. I missed the race. Well, it's done.
Like they were just like stuck, bro.
That was good. I'm glad I got second.
Yeah. Are you gonna take what pick are you gonna take? Assuming clock takes one, are you gonna take 2 or 12?
I'll probably go early because I was just to differentiate from my last round.
Yeah, you can get you're guaranteed to get Mahomes or Burrow, whoever you. And you'll be the crazy asshole to take Burrow.
I'll put it on the block.
You'll be the crazy asshole to take Burrow. Or CJ Stroud, bro.
I might do that.
Oh, Candlestick just missed it. Well, you got third, brother. You got third. Here's the order. You got third. Yeah. So.
Yeah, Candlestick came in the he came up. It looked like he was about to bring up the rear, but he shot out the gate.
Yeah. Then he finally got going. You know. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. He was like, "Fuck it, bro. Like I gotta get going, man."
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Shit, I think that's him. We can put a bow on him.
Yeah, it was a good episode, y'all. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. It was fun recapping the Gen Wealth Dynasty, and I mean another reason. I shout out to y'all for keeping Dynasty going, but another reason why I was like kind of like not really feeling it is is because I'm ready for redraft. I'm turning the page to redraft, but
I see you.
So I'm gonna get a leg up on that redraft, but respect to y'all for going to war again in this dynasty shit, so salute, man. As Derek I can say, salute, man, salute.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? We here. You know what I mean? And you're definitely right. We are in redraft season. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's got June's like the cross between like dynasty and redraft, but in July, like y'all need to get that shit done by July because once July comes, it is redraft.
I mean, this last one took a total of 11 days.
We flew through that motherfucker, bro. We had days where we got through like 10 rounds in a day. I was like, jeez, I couldn't believe that. That was a slow draft. Well, it's kind of fitting because we had the super fast draft order race, and then the draft was super fast.
I mean, we ain't playing.
Yeah, we're not playing, bro. So yeah, appreciate everyone that watched. We'll be back soon. Have a lot of episodes tell them about the GWN, Bogey. Yeah, I hit you up about that today. I was like, what's the GWN launching, bro?
It's coming. We actually got everything in order. We got all the logos. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, when it happens, and we smack them over the head with it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, we don't have an official date yet, but it's coming soon. I'm ready to get in my humble opinion going, bro. I want to drop these humble opinions on y'all.
Mm-hmm. You already know. I'm looking forward to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Dan. Shout out to Derek. He was definitely getting on everybody. Derek and Lee tagging everyone in the chat. I was like, fuck, guys. Exactly.
I was on it too. I was calling everybody when they on just to remind them, like, let's go.
Facts.
Moving.
Yeah, it was cool though. So yeah, appreciate everyone. But yeah, we'll be back soon, y'all. We'll have some more mock draft Monday, July 1st, starting July 1st. Every Monday to the start of the season will be mock draft Monday.
Yeah.
So it's back, y'all. We got a sponsor this year. Really, we're getting all the paperwork done. It's pretty much signed, sealed, delivered. We will have an official mock draft Monday sponsor this year. And it's going to be, and then at the end, the very last episode is going to be a real league among all the loyal mock draft Monday folks.
Let's go.
So it's super lit this year, y'all.
Shout out to the Guru Nation.
I can't wait, y'all. Yeah, the Guru Nation, man. We live and lit, man. So with that being said, we're gonna put a bow on this one. We'll be back soon for Bogard Scott Freeze, man. Spencer the Guru. Peace out.
Peace.